You know that feeling, don't you? Sitting in the same room with someone you love, but feeling like you are a million miles away. You try to talk, you try to explain why you are hurt, but the words come out wrong. They come out sharp. You never listen. You don't care. And instead of a hug, you get a wall. It is the great tragedy of our lives. We have so much love inside us, but we are so clumsy at showing it. We end up hurting the people we want to hold the most. Why? Marshall Rosenberg taught us that we have forgotten our native language. We have forgotten how to speak from the heart. Today, we are going to remember. We weren't born with walls. We built them, brick by brick. Think back to when you were a child. When you were sad, you cried. When you were happy, you laughed. Your heart was open. But then, the world taught you a lesson. Stop crying. Don't be so sensitive. Be a man. We learned that our feelings were inconvenient. We learned that having needs made us needy. So, we did the only thing we could to survive. We disconnected. We stopped listening to our hearts, and we started living in our heads. We traded I feel for you are. We traded vulnerability for judgment. And now, 20 years later, we wonder why we feel so lonely. We are not broken, we are just well-trained, and anything that is learned can be unlearned. When someone yells at you, it feels like an attack. But what if it's not? What if anger is just a tragic mask? Rosenberg said something profound. Every criticism, every judgment, every angry word is just a tragic expression of an unmet need. Think about that. When your partner shouts, "You are so selfish," they aren't actually attacking you. They're crying out in a clumsy way, "I am lonely. I need your attention. Please see me." They are drowning, and they are splashing water in your face. We see the splashing, we don't see the drowning. We hear the blame, so we fight back. But if we could just listen to the ghost behind the words, everything would change. This is the hardest part. What do you do when the person you love is screaming at you? Your instinct is to defend yourself. "I didn't do that, you're crazy." But defense is the first act of war. Nonviolent communication asks us to do something radical. Don't take it personally. When they say, "You are lazy," put on your giraffe ears. Translate the insult, hear the pain. Ask them, "Are you feeling frustrated because you need more support around the house?" Watch what happens. When people feel heard, really heard, their shoulders drop, their voice softens, the fire goes out because you stopped adding fuel. You are no longer fighting against them, you are standing with them, looking at their pain together. Once the storm has passed, it is your turn. Why is it so hard to just say, "I am lonely"? Because we are afraid. We are taught that vulnerability is weakness, so we put on armor. We say, "You are annoying," instead of, "I am overwhelmed." We say, "You are controlling," instead of, "I am scared." Nonviolent communication asks us to be brave enough to take off the armor. It asks us to name our feelings, not, "I feel like you are mean," that's a judgment, but, "I feel sad. I feel anxious. I feel helpless." When you show someone your true feelings, you are handing them a map to your heart. It is scary, yes, but it is the only way to let them in. Once you share your pain, tell them what would heal it. This is not a demand. A demand says, "Do this or I will punish you." This is a request. A request says, "This would make my life wonderful." Don't make them guess. People are not mind readers. Instead of the silent treatment, try saying, I am feeling insecure today. Would you be willing to tell me one thing you love about me? Or, I am exhausted. Would you be willing to do the dishes tonight so I can rest? See the difference? You are not criticizing them for what they didn't do. You are inviting them to contribute to your happiness. And believe it or not, the people who love you want to make you happy. They just need to know how. Before we finish, there is one more person you need to use this language with: yourself. We are often most violent towards ourselves. I am so stupid. I always mess things up. I am a bad partner. That is the Jackal talking to you. When you make a mistake, don't beat yourself up. Ask yourself, what unmet need was I trying to satisfy when I made that mistake? Maybe you yelled because you were tired. Maybe you lied because you were scared. Forgive yourself. Mourn the mistake, yes, but don't punish the human. You cannot give compassion to others if you are starving for it yourself. Be gentle with your own heart. We spend so much of our lives trying to be right, trying to win the argument, trying to prove we are the victim. But at the end of the day, do you want to be right or do you want to be loved? Nonviolent communication is not a technique, it is a path home. It is the path back to the person you love. It requires patience, it requires grace, it requires you to listen to the please behind every no and the love me behind every shout. Put down the shield, listen to the heart, because connection is the only thing that matters.